What's up? My name is Jace Shepard. This is a long time coming. I've always wanted to make a video about my life and testimony and why I'm doing this. My life started as my family was very Catholic, and I did not understand anything about God. I had no idea who God was. I was afraid of God. Actually, I used to step into church and get anxiety because I thought I was so in trouble. It was so scary at times that I didn't want to go to church. But yeah, and then just growing up in that scene, I was also exposed to porn at a very, very young age. My parents had, it was a pretty raw childhood, I'd say, just because there was nothing got held back. Like alcoholism was just in my face, cussing was in my face. I was just open to everything. Drinking was okay. There was just no boundaries at all, and God definitely was not in the picture. Growing up in school, I was the kid that I knew Christian kids didn't want to talk to me, which is kind of crazy. Because if I would have heard about Jesus in high school, I guarantee you I probably would have gave my life to him, but I never did. But growing up Catholic, I was super, super scared of God. I was super scared of going to church. And that being scared and being so fearful, it led to a porn addiction at the age of 8 years old, 9 years old. And that really ruined my life because I viewed women horribly. I viewed having a girlfriend wrong. I viewed relationships wrong. And I'm not just saying porn in general, but just how I thought about me. What made me feel good. Was anything that I could get my hand. Was it porn? Later on I started doing drugs. Was it just trying to fit in with the cool kids? At one time I thought sports was I was good at sports, but at the same time, me wanting to be good at sports or me knowing that I'm good at sports, it fed my identity. It fed me my life is meaning something because I'm good at this. And at the age of 18 is where kind of everything kind of started. I started raving. I started smoking a lot of pot. I did a lot of cocaine. And I started going to raves. And what fueled it was I got a scholarship to go play football. I was the only guy on my high school team to actually go get a scholarship to go play football somewhere at the time. And I remember thinking, man, I'm the man. There's nothing that can stop me, and I can just literally do anything I want. And sorry, people are revving their engines. But yeah, I just went down this trail of just drugs and girls and sex and all these things. And I was so hurt because I thought if I didn't have friends that invited me somewhere, my life was useless. It was purposeless. I needed friends. It was almost and I needed to I was addicted to nicotine. I was addicted to drugs, and all these things were filling me thinking that my life was on track. Another thing that I believed was as long as I was enrolled in college, my life was going forward. As long as I was in college, I was going somewhere. And that was even a lie itself because I didn't do anything in college at all. So I go down this road, and just to kind of tell you about the testimony, I didn't know God. I didn't know him at all. I was partying. I prayed and I talked to him, but I didn't know him. I didn't know what I was doing. I meet this guy at a hookah bar when I turned 18. And he's the guy that got me into raving, and he got me into drugs, and he got me into all this crazy stuff. And I go to college. I don't talk to him for a while. I come back. I'm about 19 years old, and I'm partying, and I'm going to ASU, and I stopped football because all I wanted to do was party. And he hits me up one day. It's been about a year. He hits me up one day and he goes, "Hey man, do you want to go eat?" And I'm like, "Sure." And he takes me to a Bible study. And I think now, as a mature Christian, I would probably call it the presence of God. But as soon as I walked into that house, I knew something changed. I knew something flipped the script, because there was, at the time, it was very unusual, but a lot of people started caring for me. As soon as I walked in there, it was like people were smiling at me. People wanted me there. I felt really wanted, but I didn't do anything to be wanted. It felt really good to know that it was this unconditional love. It was this sacrificial love that I felt from people. Like, they wanted me there, and I did nothing to earn it. I did nothing, and that's literally how God kind of spoke to me in that moment, was like, I want you with me, my son. I want you. I have a purpose for you. You just got to follow me. And at that moment, I didn't give my life to Jesus at the moment, but I knew my life switched at that moment, because I got invited. I said yes to the invitation to my friend. The guy that got me into drugs is actually the guy that introduced me to Jesus. Total Romans 8:28 moment. But at that time, I knew my life switched. That weekend, I gave my life to Jesus, and it all changed. I started walking this thing out, and I started noticing that I was aware of my sin now. Like, it started, like, God opened up my eyes to, like, these are the things that are hurting your relationship with me. And porn was one of them. And it was super, super hard, because I grabbed so much from porn. Like, it made me feel so important. It made me feel so like good about myself. Like, it made me feel like I was the man. It made me feel like safe. It made me feel like I had security in it. It made me feel worthy. And I was just so gone. Like, it just didn't make any sense at the time. And slowly the Lord started revealing to me that I was believing a lie. I was believing something that was filling, the only thing that, I was believing a lie to the point where God was saying, that thing in your life can't fulfill what I've placed inside of you. And that's where everything kind of opened up. My journey of, like, quitting porn, I realized, like, at night it was super hard to call one of my leaders. And it was super hard. So, like, I had to pray. I had to like get scripture involved. I had to, like, really, like, I remember it was a nighttime and I had my phone in my hand, and I had to throw my phone across the room and get up just to get myself out of that daze, out of that influence, that seduction. And it was a battle. But the Lord, like, the Lord's grace, like, the Lord really, his hand was like, every time I was trying to stop, I felt his strength getting me stronger in it. And it was super graceful. So now I don't even think about porn. Like, what is porn? Like, I don't even have it in my life anymore. It's great. It's been 6-7 years since then. And it was because I started believing who I am, that I am worthy because of him. I have a purpose because of him. I don't need to go to something else to make me feel worthy or for me to have a purpose. Like, I can trust that he has a purpose for me, and that's enough to give me strength to move with confidence throughout the day. So that's why Davids.Academy is here. Not just for porn, but the journey that I have taken. I didn't have anybody. At the beginning of my walk, I had discipleship. I had somebody wanting to pour into me. I had that for my moments. I did. Really, really great family that did. But there was moments where I had to fight my own battles, and they weren't there. And I really wish that I had someone. I know God was there, and I knew Jesus was there all the time praying. But I wish I had that one person that, like, could answer the phone all the time. Or, you know what I really wish I had is the understanding on how to fight the battle that I was going through. Like, I really wanted to know how to fight it correctly. I felt like I was like, well, how do I do this? Because I felt like I was losing all the time. Like, every time I fell into sin, I was just so shameful. I just wanted to start crying. Like, it was horrible. And so Davids.Academy is a place where young men can learn how to fight. Learn, like, really understand who's inside of them and how that can transform your life on the outside. And it's only by taking the steps, it's only by really like reading scripture, spending time with God, spending time with the Lord so that he can speak into you. And then when he tells you who you are, you can tell the enemy who God is. Because then the enemy has no power over scripture. He doesn't. So this journey is to help young men really unlock the heart after God, and to teach them how to pray, how to fast, how to seek the Lord, how to have an actual closet time and a quiet time with him, and to be on fire and to not burn out and to not look at sin all the time. I feel like a lot of young men, even myself, this is why I looked at my sin all the time and I didn't look at what God did for my sin. And so I never walked in victory. I was always walking in shame. I was always walking on the other side of the cross. I never walked on the side where it was victory. And once it clicked, once it actually made sense to where it's like, I am victorious because Jesus died on the cross for me, that's when I was like, oh my goodness, what am I worrying about? Why am I even looking at my sin if he paid for it? When I was lost, the number one thing I wanted was somebody. I wanted somebody that was in my same shoes to go, this is how you do it. And I had people like that, but it didn't make sense. I wanted somebody, I wanted a community, I wanted a band of brothers, I wanted a brotherhood that could come around me and explain in detail what battle I'm going through, and this is exactly how you fight it. And that's exactly what Davids.Academy is. In every aspect of your life, you want to learn how to fight this because everything is spiritual. You're probably fighting spiritual battles. I fought spiritual battles and I lost them because I was creating worldly habits. I had no idea that my body is a temple that I need to take care of. My finances need to be stewarded because it's money that the Lord is giving me to plant and to make sure that I am doing what he wants me to do with it so that we can bring heaven down. I didn't know that. What I eat, right? All these things I am going to be helping in Davids.Academy because these things are, I like to call, as I use my coach, the little things matter. When you learn how to eat right, you'll learn how to feel and think right. When you start getting in routine, see, the real me was the disciplined me when I realized it. When I realized that me being disciplined is exactly how the Lord wants me. But the thing is, the stress of becoming disciplined is hard. And that's why a band of brothers is so important, to keep accountability. It's hard. It's really, really hard to get that muck up and try to be disciplined. It is. But that's where, when you have a community around you to help you, it will motivate you to stay on discipline. I don't like going off of emotions. I hate it because it swerves you back and forth. If you just shut your mind down and go, no, I have to do this, you're unbreakable. If you watched to the end of this video, I just want to say thank you. You got to hear a little bit of my heart and my passion, and how God has really transformed me. And everything that God has distilled and is poured into me, I want to give it out. And so I'm just super grateful that you took the time to even watch this, because it shows that there's something that I can help you and give you and help you get to the next step in your relationship with Christ. Again, my name is Jay Shepard. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and join me on this journey as I try to gather as many young men in this world to conquer lust and conquer the things in life, and give a like and a share below.